in the heat of the moment, I said one of the deadliest lies. It had been only about like a few months when my mom found out you both can never be my safe place. Hello everyone, this is Kaustav and you're watching the Banerjee Case. So in the previous video, you saw how I figured out that I'm trans. And in this video, you will be getting to know how I came out. PS मैं ये पूरा वीडियो पहनने नहीं वाला हूँ because if I do that, even if I speak something very vulnerable and emotional, it will sound like a joke. So yeah, let's go back a few years. 2022. If you have watched the previous video, you already know that this was the year I finally realized that I'm trans. Back then, I was dating one of my classmates. It had been only about like a few months when my mom found out and she was completely against it. Like, nah, nah, literally like that. Eventually, I had to break up with her because honestly, I didn't have the courage to stand up for myself at that point of time. And that's basically how my mom figured out that I like girls. If I be honest, that entire phase really messed up with my head because after that, things at home didn't feel normal anymore. My mom wasn't talking to me in the same way she used to. At the same time, I was also trying to figure myself out. In short, I was doomed. One more thing, during that time, I developed a lot of crushes. Coping mechanism, teenage hormones, God knows. By the first half of 2023, my mental health was honestly cooked. Studies were already stressing me out, and with that came a few rejections. Among them, the most important thing to me back then was family's acceptance, which I was not getting. Basically, we all became very distant. One day, I got into an argument and I was kind of distracted. I was probably, doom scrolling or doing something of that sort. And in the heat of the moment, I said to one of the deadliest lies, you both can never be my safe place. Instant regret. And honestly, I knew the moment I said it that nothing would be the same anymore. For months, my dad barely spoke to me. Even before this, there were moments which pierced my heart like anything. Like when I wanted to cut my hair short, my dad used to be like, now you're growing up and girls should have long hair. And whenever I wanted clothes for the men's section, he would try convincing me to buy something more feminine, and we used to get into little clashes. So yeah, now you know why I called 2022 and 2023 my character development years. Then came 2025, my golden year, as 12. This was the year when I finally opened up to both of my psychology teachers, and honestly, without them, I don't think I would have ever managed to come out to my parents. So thanks a ton to them. Fun fact, I never even had psychology as a subject. Moments like this just make me realize that life and things eventually fall into place. Then our current psychology teacher, who is more like an elder sister to me now, but yeah. Anyway, she spoke to our principal, and mind you, convent school. So I was genuinely like I had no idea what is going to happen. I had zero hopes that things are going to work out in my favor, but universe said, Wait, rather wait. Surprisingly, sister was extremely understanding. She even offered to speak to my parents herself, and that conversation has changed everything, literally everything in my life, in my family, in my school, everything, everywhere. So, with that, acceptance from school and family happened almost together. So, after a few months of that iconic conversation between my father and sister, I eventually went to a therapist and I had my psychometric test done with gender dysphoria evaluations as well. Since I was still under 18 back then, I couldn't start HRT. But now, with all this new Trans Act and everything, things are going to get more difficult for us. So, but yeah, we will fight. We are still fighting for our rights. Today, things are much, much better at home. My parents are genuinely supportive now. They still do misgender me at times, but yeah, it of course stings, but I also understand that change takes time. And honestly, one of my favorite things now is going out shopping with my dad. He loves my fashion sense. Not gonna lie, I genuinely believe that my dad would never accept me for who I am, but my dad literally was like, check my dude. Even now, when I go and visit sister, our principal at times, uh, after graduating high school, the warmth she treats me with is something I can never properly explain. Like home, second home for a reason. So yeah, the journey was tough, but eventually things did get better. Now, a small piece of advice to the ones who are thinking of coming out or have come out but haven't yet received that kind of acceptance from the family. Just like you have to give yourself time to acknowledge who you really are before you come out to your own self, in the same way, your parents need time to accept this new truth of yours. You might have been knowing for a long time, but for them, it's definitely a new thing. Like parents do need time to adjust to new changes. My suggestion will be that give time, take things slowly, and one day things will definitely work in your favor. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope I have answered the second most asked question, that is how did I come out, and also like the level of acceptance which I got in school only happened after that entire conversation between my psychology teacher, sister, and my father. So yeah, without that nothing would have been possible. But that conversation was literally life changing for me. And yeah, I guess that's it. Ending the video wearing this specs. नहीं तो गुस्सा हो जाते तुम लोग. And I'm a very good person. I listen to आप सबके advices, suggestions, everything. And I will be back soon with a Q&A video as well. I really feel like I'm going to have a very fun time answering those questions. So yeah, till then, take care of yourself. Be happy and peace out.